Hello students, so in today's lecture we will discuss about exercise numericals of solid state. In this unit we will discuss some of the numericals mentioned in exercise of solid state which require some explanation. So our first numerical will be 1.11. Silver crystallizes in FCC lattice if age length of the cell is 4.07 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeter and density is 10.5 gram centimeter cube. Calculate the atomic mass of silver. So in this case it is mentioned it is FCC, so that means value of Z is equal to 4, number of atoms per unit cell. Age length is mentioned, that means A is equal to 4.07 into 10 raised to 8. Density is also mentioned 10.5, and we need to find atomic mass. So in this case we will use equation of density. So our equation will be density is equal to Z into M upon A cube N A, where Z will be 4, M we need to find it, age length is 4.07 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeters, and Na is Avogadro number, it will be 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. And now our target is to find M. So M will be dA cube Na upon Z. Now let us put the values of dA, Na and Z in our equation. So it will be 10.5 into 4.07 into 10 raised to minus 8 whole cube into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 divided by 4, and it will be 426.3 by 4, it is equal to 106.57 grams. So this will be the density of silver in given numerical. Now next one will be 1.13. Niobium crystallizes in body centered cubic structures if density is 8.55 gram per centimeter cube. Calculate the atomic radius of niobium using its atomic mass 93 U. So now as mentioned here we have body centered cubic structure, so that means it will have 2 atoms per unit cell. So Z is equal to 2, density D is equal to 8.55, atomic radius we have to find it, and atomic mass, that means M is mentioned. So this numerical requires 2-step calculation. In first step we will find age length A using density equation. In second step we will find radius using age length A. So now we will use density equation. Density is equal to Zm upon A cube Na, and our target is to find A cube in first step. So A cube will be Z into M divided by D and A. Here Z is equal to 2, M is equal to 93, D is equal to 8.55, and Na is Avogadro number. So A cube will be 2 into 93 divided by 8.55 into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So that means A cube will be 3.61 into 10 raised to minus 23. So now we need to find A, that means cube root of 3.61 into 10 raised to minus 23. So now A is equal to 3.3 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeters. Now in second step we will find radius of atom using age length. Now as mentioned in numerical, this is body centered unit cell. So as we discussed in close packing structures, BCC, body centered unit cell, have relation of A and R, and it is A is equal to 4 by root 3 R. So that means R will be root 3 by 4 A. Now value of A as mentioned here, it is 3.3 into 10 raised to minus 8. So by putting the value of A in equation, our value of R will be 1.43 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeters, or 143 pm. So this will be the radius of niobium atoms. Now next one is 1.14. If the radius of octahedral void is small r and radius of atom in close packing is capital R, derive the relationship between small r and capital R. That means if particle is present inside the octahedral void, then radius of that particle and radius of close packing atoms. So what will be the relationship between them? For that we need to discuss 3D structure of octahedral void first. So this is a three-dimensional structure of octahedral void, and as we know, we need total 6 atoms to create octahedral void. So here we have total 6 atoms, and at the center of these 6, between these 6, we have one octahedral void, and we placed a sphere or atom in this octahedral void, which you can see here. It is red in color. Okay, so we can see a particle at the center of this void. So our target is to find relationship between the radius of these larger spheres, which creates CCP, and smaller sphere inside the void. So to do so, we will remove extra particles. So first of all, we will open the void, and to do so we will remove any of the two opposite spheres present in this void. So we removed top and bottom spheres. So now we can see proper view of particle present inside the void. So now we will try to create a triangle which has 90-degree angle, so that we can apply Pythagoras rule theorem to this, and then we can find the relationship between small r and capital R. So now we can see we have a 90-degree angle here. We have a triangle which has a 90-degree angle. So let us call this side A. So this side is similar, so let us call it A, and this side will be B. So according to Pythagoras rule, B is equal to root 2a for this given triangle. And now what is the relationship between A and B and radiuses of given spheres? So as we can see, A is equal to radius of particle present in void, that means it will be small r, plus radius of our constituent particle. So radius of this particle will be capital R. So that means A is equal to small r plus capital R. And what will be B? So B is equal to atom, first atom, and radius of second atom. So B is equal to 2r. So keep in mind, A is equal to small r plus capital R, and B is equal to 2r. So let us put the value of B and A in our equation. So B is equal to 2r and A is equal to small r plus capital R. So now next, 2r is equal to, open the bracket, root 2 small r plus root 2 capital R. Now shift this on other hand. So 2r minus root 2r capital R is equal to root 2 small r. Now again same thing, shift root 2 on other side, so it will be 2r minus root 2 capital R divided by root 2 is equal to small r. So now next step, root 2r common from this tab, so you will get root 2 minus 1 inside the bracket divided by root 2, and it is equal to r. Now root 2 will be cancelled out, and root 2 is equal to 1.41. So let us place this value here. So r is equal to, small r is equal to capital R into bracket 1.41 minus 1. So that means small r is equal to 0.41 capital R. So this is the relationship between small r and capital R. That means radius of octahedral void and radius of particles. Next, numerical 1.16 analysis shows that nickel oxide has the formula N0.9801. What fractions of nickel exist as Ni plus 2 and Ni plus 3? That means we have to find percentage of these two. So we will use the same equation as we discussed in metal deficiency defect, and we used example of FeO, ferric oxide, and we discussed that it has two different type of oxidation state, and overall these molecules will be neutral. So keep in mind, total charge of all the ions present in this molecule will be 0. So now total quantity of nickel is 0.98 as per our equation. So that means if we consider Ni3 plus is equal to X, then Ni2 plus will be 0.98 minus X. Okay, so this will be the quantity of Ni plus 3, and this will be for Ni plus 2. Now to find quantity of plus 3 and plus 2, we need to use equation, and equation will be quantity of nickel plus 2, that means 0.98 minus X multiplied by its charge, that means plus 2, plus quantity of nickel 3, that means X multiplied by its charge, it is plus 3, plus quantity of oxide and its charge, which is minus 2, is equal to total charge of this molecule, which is 0. So now 0.98 into 2, so it will be 1.96. 2 into X, that means minus 2X, X into 3 plus 3X, 1 into minus 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So 2x 3x minus 2x, it is equal to X. So X is equal to 2 minus 1.96, it is equal to 0.04. So X is equal to 0.04, that means it is equal to Ni3 plus. So this will be the number of moles of Ni plus 3. So now let us find the percentage of Ni3 plus. Quantity of Ni3 plus is 0.04. Now total nickel ions, it is equal to 0.98. So total is equal to 100%. Then obtained quantity of Ni plus 3 is 0.04 is equal to how many? So 0.04 multiplied by 100 divided by 0.98, cross multiplication. So it is equal to 4.08%. That means roughly 4%. Okay, so percentage of Ni3 plus is 4%. So obviously percentage of Ni2 plus will be 96%. Okay, so these are the percentages of Ni plus 3 and Ni plus 2 in given example. Next example 1.19, ferric oxide crystallizes in hexagonal close packed array of oxide ions with 2 out of every 3 octahedral voids holes occupied by ferric ions. Derive the formula of ferric oxide. So in this numerical, occupied fraction of octahedral void by ferric ion, it is equal to 2 by third. Out of 3, 2 are occupied. So as mentioned earlier, we will consider closed packed particles equals to denominator. That means here hexagonal structure is made by oxide ions. So let us consider oxide ions is equal to 3. If you have 3 ions, that means number of octahedral voids will be 3 as well. Number of atoms is equal to number of octahedral voids. Now out of 3 octahedral voids, occupied fraction is 2 by 3. So that means quantity of Fe3 plus will be occupied fraction multiplied by total particle. So that means it is equal to 2. So quantity of Fe plus 3, it will be 2, and quantity of oxides, it is equal to 3. So that means our formula will be Fe2O3. Okay, so this will be formula of ferric oxide. Now example number 1.21, gold atomic radius 0.144 nanometer crystallizes in face centered unit cell. What is the length of a side of unit cell? So this is a very simple numerical. All you have to do is use relationship of A and R for face centered unit cell. So relationship between A and R is A is equal to 2 root 2 R. All you have to do is place the value of R, which is 0.144 nanometers, and you will find your answer. It will be A is equal to 2 root 2 multiplied by 0.144, that means A is equal to 0.4 nanometers. This will be A. Very small calculation, just you need to use is relationship between A and R. Or if question is asked in centimeter, answer is in centimeter, then it will be 4 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeters. This will be age length of given unit cell. Next one, example number 1.24. So we have two different calculations here. First, aluminum crystallizes in cubic closed pack structure. Its metal radius is 125 pm. So first, what is the length of a side of unit cell, and second, how many unit cells are there in 1 centimeter cube of aluminium? So in first step, we need to derive relationship between A and R, because radius is mentioned and we need to find side of unit cell, that means age length. Now given example is cubic closed pack structure, that means it will create FCC unit cell. So relationship between A and R for FCC is A is equal to 2 root 2 R, just like we discussed in previous numerical. So that means it will be A is equal to 2 root 2 R multiplied by 125, which is radius of atom. So it will be 354 pm or 3.54 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeters. So this will be answer of first question, what is the side of unit cell. Okay, so this will be the side of unit cell. Now we will use this value in centimeters because total volume is mentioned in centimeters for second step of calculation. So let us discuss second step. Now age length is 3.54 into 10 raised to minus 8. So volume of unit cell will be cube of age length. That means it will be 4.436 into 10 raised to minus 23 centimeters. So this is the volume of one unit cell. Now we need to find total number of unit cell. Okay, so total number of unit cell in 1 centimeter cube. For that we need total volume divided by volume of one unit cell. Okay, so total volume is 1 and the volume of one unit cell is 4.436 into 10 raised to minus 23, which is equal to 2.25 into 10 raised to 22. This is the total number of unit cell in 1 centimeter cube. Now next 1.25, if NaCl is doped with 10 raised to minus 3 mole percentage of SrCl2, what is the concentration of cation vacancies? Now as we discussed in impurity defects, SrCl2 has Sr2 plus and NaCl has Na plus as a positive ion. That means when we add SrCl2, one Sr2 Cl2 will remove 2 Na plus because it must remain neutral. To remain neutrality, if we are adding plus 2 charge, then you have to remove plus 2 charge. So that means per one Sr2 Na will be removed. So two vacancies will be created. One of the vacancy will be occupied by Sr2 plus, but second one will remain. That means number of Sr plus 2 inside the NaCl crystal is equal to number of cation vacancies. Both will be same. Okay, so number of cation vacancies and number of cation as a impurity, it will be same. So now let us calculate it. So now added impurity is 10 raised to minus 3% mole SrCl2. Now 10 raised to minus 3% mole, it represents if we have total 100 moles, then added quantity of SrCl2 will be 10 raised to minus 3 moles. So what will be the quantity of added SrCl2 in 1 mole? So cross multiplication, 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 100 is equal to 10 raised to minus 5. So that means in 1 mole of NaCl you will get 10 raised to minus 5 moles of SrCl2. And as discussed earlier, number of Sr2 plus is equal to number of vacancies. Okay, so both will be same. So that means we need to find how many numbers of vacancies will be in 10 raised to minus 5. So all you have to do is multiply 10 raised to minus 5 with 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. That means Avogadro number, and it is equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to 18. So this will be number of cation vacancies as well as number of Sr plus 2 inside the NaCl. So now all the difficult questions are discussed here. If you still have any confusion in any numerical we discussed or we skipped, then you can ask me, or if you find any difficulties in other reference books, you can also ask me. All of these solved numericals are already shared with you in PDF format, so no need to note down.